Good morning, colleagues. Chief Inspector of Mines, Mr. David Msiza, and other senior government officials with us in this platform this morning, leaders from organized labor, especially from AMCU, Good Gabriel, Mr. Nkosi, NUM, Mr. Masi Bulele, as well as the Solidarity, Advocate Van Vuren Hanley, and lastly but not least, from UASA, Mr. Franz Stering. Thank you very much for your contributions and being here with us again on this journey. The various company representatives with us here, as well as Minerals Council colleagues and other CEOs with us, especially members that are led by our chair of the CEO Zero Forum, Themba Mkhwanazi, and many others. Once again, good morning and thank you very much for your contributions in what has been a very candid and thought-provoking session this morning. I would like to thank you again for your heartfelt contributions and also the commitment you have shown to tackle these critical challenges facing our industry. And without rehashing what has already been said, I'd like to, however, reinforce the importance of our Khumbule Ekhaya campaign as the foundation of our health and safety strategy. You know, as much as this strategy was set up in 2019, almost 4 years ago, and at the time focusing on 3 areas of the strategy, we do realize now, even from this conversation, that Khumbule Ekhaya has much more of a broader meaning and opportunity for us to pull everything together as we continue to lead and talk about the issues of health and safety in all its dimensions within the industry. With the focus that was set up in 2019, most importantly being that of prevention of fatalities. Secondly, the integration of health and safety into our way of work. And thirdly, the increasing of the need for intensified vigilance and efforts on both fronts, and especially with the emphasis on the right of all employees to say no to unsafe work. It is very clear that we, as much as have achieved a lot to date, we still have a long way to go. Let me also remind you that we have, as much as we have announced that we will build on this campaign by using the theme of stepping up to the challenge, the theme also recognizes the good work that we have done to date and also recognizes the fact that the challenges ahead all of us are going to require all of us to think differently about how to resolve these issues. Khumbule Ekhaya, as we know, is a Nguni word, which means remember home. And our focus is through the National Day of Health and Safety in Mining have tended to be very much around the physical safety within the workplace. However, we know and we have experienced and heard also this morning that the issue of physical safety extends beyond the mining gates, particularly when it comes to the host communities and the lives of our employees, our colleagues, and especially women as they find themselves with their families in these communities. And so Khumbule Ekhaya, for me, especially today and during Women's Month, has taken on a very different meaning and also therefore a different opportunity. And I would like to urge and appeal to our colleagues, all of you on this platform, first to the CEO Zero Forum, led by Temba, that as you continue to role model the CEO-ship on the issues of safety and being relentless in stepping up, that you also include and embrace with you the issues of making sure that we create a safe space for women to work within the workplace, and also a safe space at home and also in the communities, because all of us are leaders both at work and also in the communities. As business, together with our regulator and labor unions, we need to step up to the challenges simultaneously. We cannot and should not work in isolation. The challenge at hand is a shared problem. Temba has also shared with us the great strides that we have made since 2019, and this has largely been attributed to the fact that we've worked together as partners and not in isolation. Mr. Msiza, we do know that through the Mine Health and Safety Council, which has become a trusted partner in the industry in terms of giving guidance on various issues around health and safety, the DMRE continues to also look to the Mine Health and Safety Council on other issues. And in this instance, we would really urge you to look deeper into how we make sure that the workplace becomes really a safe space for women to work in, especially being safe from harm, harassment, as well as gender-based violence. As our CEO, Roger Baxter, also often remarks, there is no competition when it comes to safety and health. We are all working on the same set of challenges, such as volatile commodity prices, rising inflation, challenging communities, and socioeconomic imbalances. We cannot let these issues take our eye off the proverbial ball, which is to preserve human life whilst carrying out our activities. To our colleagues from the labor unions, especially AMCU, NUM, Solidarity, and WASA, please continue to ensure that you take ownership of the joint stewardship that we offer through this platform, through collaborations and coordinated efforts and really partnerships that deliver visible results, like we have seen in our response during COVID-19, and also keeping us accountable. We know we would not have seen the results that we have seen when it came to the COVID-19 response, were it not on the way and through the way we worked together and partnered to make sure that we not only screened appropriately, but also we tested and eventually vaccinated all the employees and communities who were willing and making themselves available for these opportunities. We therefore know that these partnerships work when we are all committed to solve the issues at hand. As many of the colleagues have indicated, August is Women's Month in South Africa, and it's therefore also important for me to use this platform to salute and recognize all of our colleagues within the mining sector who continue to create and to work hand in hand to ensure gender equality and transformation becomes a reality in terms of the people who work within our industry. The Minerals Council Women in Leadership Forum also appreciates and relies on everyone's support, labor, management, and all employees to ensure that the workplace becomes a safe space for women and men, safe and free against harassment, as I have indicated, bullying, as well as gender-based violence. This Women's Month, we must as well recommit ourselves to this safety aspect. Colleagues, through you, Roger Baxter, I would like to also put forward a proposal that we cannot continue to run in the same month of August parallel programs on safety, and then 2 weeks later, we run one on women safety in the mining industry. Maybe this is about time that we put into effect the zero tolerance for gender-based violence as part of the integrated approach towards our National Day of Health and Safety in Mining engagements and discussions. I do hope that we can reflect on this and come back for the future with a better way of addressing this conversation, all within one conversation. On behalf of the industry, I would like to thank our regulators and also colleagues from labor in assisting us to turn this safety ship that we continue to drive and pedal. It is heartening that, notwithstanding the issues over which we sometimes find ourselves in conflict when it comes to safety and health, we do know that we work cooperatively because we are all aware of this common goal. My greatest wish is that when we meet again this time next year, we will have been able to say to each other that we have stepped up to the challenge together and that we've finally turned the tide on fatalities as well as gender-based violence in the industry. As we move away from the blame culture and we adopt together the just culture, let us spend more time to understand what does this mean practically. Some examples have been given, including independent peer reviews of incidents, as well as strengthening the tripartite, which is a platform that we can use to further work together on these issues that have been raised this morning. So I really would like to thank everyone, especially the team from the Minerals Council led by Sitze and his colleagues, in making sure that we have had these conversations for this morning. I wish you good health and strength in the next coming months, and thank you very much.